Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's CNCF Tag Environment Sustainability meeting. This is about the Cloud Native Sustainability Week. This is the last meeting with the local meetup organizers to discuss the event. We had another meeting just like this one earlier today. It's also uploaded on YouTube, basically for the other time zones. So this is exactly the same one, same slides, different attendees. All right. So I have a couple of slides prepared, but there's enough time also after the slides to discuss any things that you may want to discuss. So let's get started. So I think first up, most importantly, what is happening when. So you have like a rough overview. So there are a bunch of meetups. As you can see, there's also a few ones at the bottom unclear. This means they have not yet announced the date, but they're like in the last steps of organizing the meetup. Maybe a few of these will be also pushed like a little bit later in October. We will see. But from all the meetups that have been organized already, so we have quite a few on Monday and Tuesday. These are both the most busiest days. On Thursday, this is not listed here, but on Thursday we have the virtual TAG meetup. We had just basically before this meeting, I think, about organizing this one. On Friday, there's the one in South Korea and then in India. And then we have a couple of other ones in rest of October where they will not be able to organize the event in the second week of October, which is fine. But we have a lot of meetups, I think. So I believe we will end up maybe like with 25 meetups, I would say. We will see. All right. Next to the meetups, we have a couple of blog posts in the works. So 3 blog posts about cloud native tools. We will publish all of the blogs on the CNCF blog and also on the TAG blog. So the ones about the tooling is from the creators of these tools. So the creator of Scaphandra is writing a blog. From Kepler is actually a team of folks writing the blog, and CubeGreen is also from the maintainer, the core maintainer. There's another blog post about Linkerd. They have recently created or cut a new release, and the release is very interesting in terms of sustainability. And the maintainers are also very interested in looking into this field. Linkerd is, as we know, like a major service or major project which hosts like very big clusters. So I think this is very interesting like angle to like get in contact with environment sustainability. So I think this can be very interesting. And there's also a few blog posts in the works about just announcing like the overall event, like highlighting the events once more. Also after the event, just to give like a more retrospective, how many people were attending all the meetups, what were our thoughts, what have we maybe learned, what are the results of the surveys, and so on. And there are also a few blog posts in the works, which Christina is like juggling kind of about like what is cloud native sustainability, how to get started with the tag. But these blog posts probably will take a little bit more time. Hopefully we can publish these blogs until KubeCon North America. That would be great. Right, so we have the meetups and the blog posts. And as I said, there's also like this mini virtual conference. I mean, it's not very much a conference. It's basically, yeah, we have like a few folks from the TAG talking about the working groups that we have, about the projects that we're working on. And we have 3 speakers and just like an introduction and outro kind of. So like a very minimalistic conference, virtually on Thursday. This is the first time we try something out like this. Maybe as like Meetup organizers, you know the community.cncf.io. It's Bevy underneath it. And Bevy has a virtual Meetup like capabilities, and we try this out. This event, we just talked about this earlier, like 1 hour or half an hour or so before this meeting. So we will announce it probably on Monday. Right, marketing. So marketing is very lightweight, I would say. So we have 3 different channels. Everybody has like their own personal channel to announce events. Some of the organizers are using Facebook groups or Twitter or some other platforms. So this is obviously still like probably the best way to announce the events and attract attention, especially if you have already like an established email list or something like this. Next to these, we also have the TAG Env channels. We have an account on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and also the CNCF channels. And right, we are in contact with the CNCF, and they are reposting the post from the tag. So we have kind of probably everybody can repost one another if they like to, and then I think that's like our lightweight, straightforward marketing strategy. There's a couple of like templates that we worked on. Also, like for this meeting, we talked about maybe creating like some banner images. So next to the text to have like some visual component to the posts. We will see. Maybe Christina is driving the marketing posting stuff, so we will see. But feel free to use any of these snippets or just come up with anything else. This is just like what we will use probably. So I believe next week we will start with like a daily post about a meetup to highlight one of the meetups and where to sign up. And yeah. And then during the week when we publish the blog post, we will do like another blog post next to the meetups also to highlight the blogs. Right. Right. Project-specific resources. So this is an idea from Michel. So he shared a couple of resources from the Cube Green project. So just like a list of links and like a recording of one of the maintainer talks about the project. And this is uploaded to the Google Drive. Maybe this can be of some help if you're organizing a meetup about one of these tools. But we don't plan to like publish this anymore. I mean, this is like all of this is like public information. So all of the recordings are already on YouTube. So there's like nothing crazy about it. It's just like a list of interesting links. Right, YouTube. As I also mentioned some time ago, so we have the TAG Env YouTube channel. We upload all the recordings, also this one, to this channel. And we can also upload any of the Meetup speaker talks to the channel, and that's the plan. We know that in some like locations, it can be very difficult to record the meetings. So you don't have to record the meetings if the logistics are not like set out for you. But if you are able to record the session, that would be great. And we can upload it afterwards. I think that would be a great resource for everybody else. And next to the recordings, and there's one of the organizers they were first thinking about organizing a meetup, but they had like some logistic issues, and now they are doing a live stream. I believe every day for an hour or so. They have basically just like a virtual event, a live stream about environment sustainability, have different guests on the show. Cube Simplify is the YouTube channel. Maybe you know it. So I think that's like also a great, another media, another type, just to talk about this topic. Right. Artworks. So you can already see on this slide, this is the logo for the event. So if you like to use it, it's uploaded on the Google Drive. I already sent the link to the Google Drive on Slack in the thread, but I can also share it in this channel afterwards if you like to. So these are the logos. You're probably aware of these. So this is the logo from the event, as I said. This is the logo for the TAG, Technical Advisory Group for Environment Sustainability. And this is the CNCF logo. And if you use them, especially for the CNCF logo, they're a little bit like on the fence. So please do not like make any adjustments, like coloring or whatever, to the CNCF logo, especially. Right, some other artworks. This is also on these slides. Feel free to use them. These are we will use these artworks on the welcome slides, which I share in just a minute. On the globe here, just highlights all the areas where we will have meetups. And these are just like some random artworks, basically. All colored in this green tone, which we have in the TAG logo and also on the Cloud Native Sustainability Week logo. Right. And one slide, which maybe is probably the most important one for you. So during the meetup, it would be great if you could use the welcome slides as a baseline to introduce the event. As I said, I shared the welcome slides. They are still work in progress, so they're not finalized, but you get an idea in just a minute. They just give like an overview about the overall event. They, for example, have like this globe. So you see, okay, there's all the meetups. So attendees for your meetup are aware, okay, there are also other meetups. You can also look at the blog post, for example. So these are basically just like slides to highlight the overall event, so people are aware. On the welcome slides is also a link to the survey, which is like very short. I think a couple of questions, 5, 6, 7 questions or so, which would be great if you could highlight that. Or we also have, if you fill out the survey afterwards, you have like a discount code for, I think, attending virtually the KubeCon NA. So there's like a discount code if you fill it out. And as I said, like the survey is like very slim. There's not a lot which you need to put in, but hopefully this can close some knowledge gaps and just gives us some more information, what people think about this topic. Right. The gift codes, I mentioned this, comes with the survey. And it would be great if you could send afterwards a list of attendees. Maybe we can also have like a form actually, which you can just fill out afterwards. But the number of attendees, I think this is like just like one KPI, just we know like how overall the event went, I think is very interesting information. And then we have like one organizer survey, which is basically just like a retrospective. So if we plan to organize this event next year once again, maybe there's like some things you notice which we can improve. Maybe, for example, like the welcome slides are, you had like some problems presenting the welcome slides, or like any other thing, or I don't know. We need to do more marketing. I don't know. Something like this would be very helpful just to share your thoughts. And the last point is about the credentials. So as organizer, you get basically the same thing. If you, for example, are like a speaker at a conference, you get like this badge afterwards. And the same thing also for this event. So afterwards, we need like just the information so we can issue these badges to you and also to the speakers of your event. And that's kind of it. So I think very slim, not a lot of like requirements or whatever. Right, and the welcome slides. But as I mentioned, they are very much still work in progress. So something like this would be like the title. Maybe we can add here the name of the local event. This is obviously not finished. Subtitle should not be here, but like something like this where we just have like a highlight of all the things that we work on throughout the sustainability week. So we have blog post, mini conference, live stream on YouTube, and all the meetups. Again, all the meetups. Something about the TAG environment sustainability. So folks are aware, like what is our goal? You can also contribute to the group. Everything is public, open source. It's very much driven by what you put in. So if you're interested in a particular topic which falls under this umbrella, we can follow this up. That's the overall idea. Some projects that we are working on, landscape document, for example, the 2 new working groups, one about communication and one about reviewing CNCF projects or assessing like the sustainability footprint of CNCF projects, and then some other things which are on the horizon. And one slide about how you can get started contributing to open source, essentially, but also how to get started contributing to the tag, joining the Slack, for example, looking out for labels in open issues, and so on, and the survey. But as I said, like these slides are work in progress. So we will finalize these next week, and you are also free to make adjustments if you like to. And we can definitely extend these slides so you can have like a transition from these slides to your event. For example, afterwards, there could be like an agenda like for your event. This is now the first talk, the second talk, then we have like a coffee break or whatever, and then a get together or something. Right, and I believe, right, that's it. These are the slides. Now there's time to discuss any questions you might have. Can quickly find the link. So this is the link in chat to the drive where you can find all the resources. The welcome slides will be updated, as I mentioned, next week. So it should be enough time before the event. You can also find the logos, for example, or the other artworks. Right. Right. Are there any questions or?
So you just answer all the questions I had in the meeting, in the slide during the meetup. Just one question about the send us. How do you send information such as number of attendees and meetup organizer and speakers? With Slack or?
How we reach out to the organizers. So yeah, so
How do we
basically via Slack. So also this, we can definitely improve this. So this time there was also a lot of just messaging directly. There's an event, for example, for this meeting. Could you attend? So there's like not like an email group for all the organizers. But we have, yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Maybe it could be helpful to have a checklist for the organizer on like things to do, like based on this presentation, we could like provide so that like, you know, if one is an organizer and needs to do a couple of things, then yes, a checklist can be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, right. Like, yeah, that's a great idea. I think we can have checklist with like all the specific stuff for the sustainability week. We don't need to mention, I don't know, like specific things, for example, for one specific meetup, but right, I think that's a great idea. So people are also aware. Yeah, we can definitely do this.
Yeah, where would be I think, yeah, I was thinking about creating one for myself, and then I thought about sharing. So where would be a good place to post this checklist?
It would be good if, I mean, you can just open up an issue and in the issue description, just write down the checklist. I think that's the easiest one. And then we can, based on that, create maybe a Google form, or, I mean, whatever you think is the best way. But yeah, sounds great. Awesome. Thanks, Antonio.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for organizing and taking care. Messaging everyone must be tough.
It's very much a community effort. Without Christina, Mercy, Nancy, all the other ones, and then obviously all the local meetup organizers, I mean, does not work. All right. Any more great ideas? But this was not this was not sarcasm or whatever. It's actually a very good idea that the checklist.
I got it. No worries.
Right. Then I will stop the recording. And if you have any more questions, whatever, feel free to just drop a message in the TAG Environment Sustainability Slack channel. And you will surely have like a message next week or so, but written one, not another meeting. For example, about the checklist and the other ones. All right. Sounds great.